Здорово. Даньків продовжує проходити зоряні війни лицарі Старої Республіки. Що ж, ми на борту Чорного Яструба, нашого любого корабля. Фактично дому. Тут всі наші супутники, можемо з ними поговорити. Поговорити з роботом не можна. Зато можна з живими супутниками поговорити і розвивати з ними стосунки, дізнаватися нові завдання.
Huh? Oh, sorry. I was thinking about Terrace. I still can't believe it's gone. I mean, I grew up there and now it's just gone. Yeah, I know. The Jedi got rid of Revan, so I figure Malik's days are numbered too. But that doesn't make the pain go away, you know? Look, I'm not saying I can't go on or anything like that. It's a shock, you know? I mean, I knew the Sith were evil and all, but the reality of it kind of slaps you in the face. But I suppose that's why we need to stop Malik, right? The more time I spend dwelling on Terrace, the more chance some other planet will get wiped out. I guess that's what it comes down to. So don't worry about me. I'll be okay. And if you need my help against Malik or the Sith, I'll be there for you. Hey there, what can I... I'm sorry for the way I acted before. It's just that when it comes to Lena, I tend to get a little worked up. My brother and me had a good thing going. Sure, Griff had his run-ins with the law on Terrace, but we got by okay, until Lena came and ruined everything. She was a dancer at the cantina where my brother used to go play Pazik. Griff could be a real smooth talker, and it wasn't long before the two of them were dating. But Lena was used to dating rich Teresian nobles, guys with mountains of credits. Griff could never give her the lifestyle she was used to, no matter how hard he worked. I thought Lena would brush Griff off when she saw how poor he was, but for some reason, she stuck around. I guess she saw the potential for a big payday down the road. I saw Lena for what she really was, a busty, credit-grubbing cantina rat. She used Griff and took away the only family I had. After they'd been together for a few months, Griff told me he was leaving Terrace. He and Lena were going to try and make their fortune off-world. He promised as soon as he made enough credits he'd come back and get me, and we'd all live like royalty. That was 2 years ago. I haven't seen him since. I don't even know where he went. Oh, I know what happened. As soon as she got him off Taurus, Lena sunk her claws into Griff butt good. She twisted him around her little finger and made him forget all about me. I know I'll probably never see Griff again. But part of the reason I came with you was the hope that I could find out what happened to my brother. Don't worry. I won't let the search for Griff get in the way of what we're doing. Let's just get back to the task at hand. Is there anything else I can help you with? I'm not the one you should ask about Dantooine. I didn't even know there was a Jedi Academy here. I always thought it was just a bunch of settlers and farmers. Sorry I can't be more help, you know? Is there anything else I can do for you? Okay.
Поки що наполягати на розмові про брата не будемо. А ти що скажеш, братан? Ладно, наполягати не буду. Поки що він не готовий розкритися. Так, тут гіпердвигатель. Аварійні припаси. Кодів, щоб відкрити, в нас нема. Тут нікого поки нема. А, поговоримо з великим і могутнім Кандерусом.
Yeah, what do you want? From what we saw from space, this world doesn't have a lot of people. I couldn't really have found much work here anyway, so I never had an interest. It looks like a farm world. The Republic has thousands of these places. Ones that get by farming crops and hunting herds of native beasts. But I might have underestimated this place. It seems to be more than I thought. You have anything else you want to ask? I was one of the best youth warriors in the clan Ordo in my time. No one before me had mastered the power of our basilisk war droids as quickly as I had. Except Mandalore himself, of course. In those days, we were sweeping across the Outer Rim, destroying all who fought us. Young Mandalores would prove themselves in real combat with unknown opponents above 1,000 worlds. Each brought back stories of his achievements. I remember it well, orbiting high above a placid world, its defenses just stirring. As was tradition, I would go ahead of the first wave to find enemies in the thickest fighting. I remember sitting there in my armor, linked directly with the basilisk thrumming beneath me, my heart racing with fear of the coming battle. Every new warrior has to fear to understand how to beat it. You must know that. The doors opened in front of me, and the air was sucked out of the drop bay, scattering crystals of frozen vapor across my path. I can't describe what it feels like to look directly down at a world, falling continuously as you circle it, with barely 15 centimeters of armor plate protecting you. When the magnetic locks disengaged on my droid, I plunged out of the drop bay towards the battle that waited below. The exhilaration, the euphoria I felt as I streaked into the atmosphere, dodging self-guided projectiles and beam weapons, was unmatched. An 80-kilometer plunge through the atmosphere, dodging and weaving, the outside of my armor glowing like the sun with the heat of re-entry. And with barely 30 meters to spare, I twisted and skimmed the surface, firing at the giant beam generators that were in my path. The explosion from that sent shock waves that leveled the entire complex around it. It was the moment of my life. I'll never forget those times. But things are different now. We can't go on fighting the way we did. There are too few of us left now. But I really don't want to talk about this anymore. I trust I've satisfied your curiosity for now. Is there something else you want to know? Your choice. I'm here if you want something done right.
Да. Заслужимо його довіру, він пізніше більше розповість. Хто в нас ще тут? О, привіт, Джухані.
I feel I must apologize for the way I acted towards you before in the grove. It was wrong of me. I am sorry for attacking you. I am sorry for thinking you would only try to kill me. I hope that by helping you in your task, I may redeem myself in your eyes, and in my own. Thank you. It is most reassuring to know that you can forgive me, even though I tried to take your life. I can only hope that, in our time journeying together, I will succeed. How may I be of a... What is it you would like to speak to me about? How I came to be a Jedi? I am sure you would not find it very interesting. Are you sure you would like to hear? Well, it goes back a number of years. Back on my homeworld, we did not see Jedi very often, especially where I lived. It was not the homeworld of the Cathar that I lived on. My parents had long fled from that place, and perhaps that is a story for another time. Rather, it was a human hive world that I was raised on. The hind end of space. A pit of a world, to be sure, where Jedi rarely tread. But we had heard of them. Well, everyone had, so that is not to be unexpected. Champions of truth, defenders of justice, heroes of the Republic. It was
Переоцінили
very
ви
easy
джедаїв.
for a child to be enthralled by their image, their mystique. Maybe I was one of those children. Yes, I did. When I saw a Jedi for the first time, they lived up to everything my imagination had created them to be. I was awed, and maybe a little enamored. They were quite striking, especially the tales of their leader. From that moment on, I knew that I would have to try to become a Jedi, to lift myself out of the rut I had been living in for years, and to make a real difference as the Jedi wore. The foolish delusions of a child, but this child made it happen. As soon as I was able, I left my world and went in search of them. I found them and was accepted. I had been living my dream on Dantooine for several years before you came, although perhaps I was not entirely ready for it, or not completely suited to the task. Otherwise, I would not have fallen. But thanks to you, I have been redeemed. Perhaps I may yet live to see that dream of mine come true. Come, there is much we should do. Let us not waste time talking. Action is what is needed. How may I be... What is it? I thank you for your concern, but I am still a bit shaken. I have been thinking about myself, about Quatra, and about my fall to the dark side. I keep thinking that it was my anger that drove me that far, that nearly damned me. I look inside myself now and I can still see it. I still feel it. More time would do me good. Time to distance myself from that anger. I think that is why the council agreed to send me with you. They think, perhaps, that in your company, I will be able to free myself from it. I thank you for your concern and your acceptance. I will strive to prove that I am worthy of your company and trust.
Так, ще без ким поговорити.
Yes, what's on your mind? Dantooine's a boring place. It's all plains and herders and small settlements. Perfect for the Jedi to lose themselves in, I guess. Well, that's all I can think of, at any rate. I thought I said I don't want to talk about it anymore. Not particularly. I guess it wouldn't hurt exactly either, though I don't know why you're so interested. When I think of all the men who betrayed us, the one that stands out above all of them is the one that I respected the most, Saul. You don't? I thought everyone did. But Admiral Saul Karath is the commander of the entire Sith fleet. He's half the reason Malak has done so well in the war. Saul was my commanding officer back when the Mandalorian Wars first began. He taught me everything about being a soldier, and I looked up to him. Saul approached me before he left. He talked to me about how the Republic was on the losing side and about how I should start thinking of my survival. I know now that he was trying to recruit me into the Sith, but I couldn't have conceived of it back then. I argued with him and he got angry and he left. I never saw him again. Saul was my mentor. He led us to so many victories against the Mandalorians. I mean, even when things looked to be at their worst, I couldn't conceive of it. He couldn't be serious. I was wrong, of course. He not only left us for the Sith, he gave them the codes to bypass our scanners. I remember waking up as the first of the Sith bombers snuck past our defenses and began destroying half of our docked ships. I knew right away what had happened. I mean, I could have stopped him. I could have stopped it all. I blame Saul, not myself. I was stupid and I ignored the danger. He nearly destroyed us all. No, I fought Saul for years now, and if I ever catch up to him, he will regret what he's done. He will regret it. Well, there's more to the story, I guess. But I don't want to talk about it right now. Let's go.
How can I help? I do. How did you know? I am a Jedi. I am far too disciplined to betray my emotions with outward physical displays. We both know the real reason you have some idea of what I'm thinking, the bond we share. Our connection allows us glimpses into each other's mind. We can feel some of what the other feels, and what I feel within you troubles me. A Padawan must receive considerable training. They must learn to control their emotions and darker impulses. Often it takes years before using the Force can be considered safe. The fact that you are so strong in the Force and have had such relatively little training could have terrible consequences. For you, and for everyone around you. No, self-control is a maxim for all Jedi. It's what gives us the strength to resist the dark side. All who have fallen from our order have shown a flagrant disregard for such control. Thankfully, you've exhibited a degree of compassion and self-control up to this point. I sincerely hope you can maintain these traits in the future. We must all resist the influence of the dark side. It's everything we are fighting against. This is doubly important for you, with your natural affinity for the Force. I'm sorry if I come across as harsh, but I am concerned for you, for our mission, and for myself as well. Our destinies are intertwined. Everything one of us does will have consequences for the other. Any reckless behavior on your part is likely to affect me as well. I believe you truly mean what you say, for now, but sometimes it is not so easy to keep such promises. Your power could be a gift or a curse. When you need guidance or advice or support, I will do my best to help you stay on the path of the light. I only hope I have the wisdom to help you through the dark times. But for now, we should return to our mission. How can I help? Then I suggest we move on.
Ну що ж, зі всіма супутниками поговорили, а тепер відправимося досліджувати галактику. Ну, точніше, нам доступні 4 планети, про які казав магістр з раси Йоди, де мають бути ще зоряні карти. Кашиїк, Коррібан, Манаан і Татуїн. Я колись читав, що канонізовані не тільки вибори в цій грі, але й є канонічний порядок відвідування планет. Я його не пам'ятаю, та й він не має значення особливого. Першим відвідували Татуїн, а останнім Коррібан. Логічно. Коррібан – це батьківщина сітхів, і лізти туди непрокаченим крайні не рекомендується. Ми відправимося спочатку на Явін. На невелику космічну станцію на орбіті газового гіганта Явін. Що ж, летимо на Явін. Красотіще. Дантуїн – прекрасна планета. Ну, місяці Явіна теж гарні.
Lord Malik, the Star Forge is operating at 200% capacity, far beyond our expectations.
I am more interested in the young Jedi Bastila and her battle meditation. Have you learned how she escaped the destruction of Taris?
She was aided by Karth Onasi, a decorated war hero of the Republic and a legendary soldier. During the Mandalore Wars, he was honored many times for his bravery.
You know this man?
Yes, Lord Malik, he served under me when I still followed the Republic. You could say I was his mentor.
Interesting. How did you acquire this information, Admiral?
An eyewitness, Lord Malik. Calo Nord, a bounty hunter, was there when Bastila and Karth escaped the planet. Apparently, they left him for dead.
A Jedi and a war hero. It's a wonder you survived the encounter.
I am hard to kill, Lord Malik.
Calo has agreed to help us capture the young Bastila for a very hefty fee, of course. But I assure you, he is well worth the price. His reputation as a bounty hunter is well earned.
Her companions are nothing to me, Calo. But I desire the young Jedi taken alive, if at all possible.
Lord Malik, forgive me, there is something else. May we have a private audience away from the ears of the common soldiers?
I trust you are not wasting my time, Admiral Kareth.
I promise you will be very interested in what Calo has to tell you about Bastila's other companions, Lord Malik.
Інтригуюче. Ну, нас знову чекає зустріч з Кало Нордом, це очевидно.
Yes, what's in... Have I been quiet? Suppose I have. I guess I just don't like being left out of the loop. No? Well, you certainly aren't helping matters any either. And it's really starting to irritate me. For one thing, I want to know what the Jedi Council said to you. They pulled you in there and refused to tell me a thing about it. I'm rather curious to know what went on, and why they didn't keep you on Dantooine for training. Isn't that strange? And why is that? You were a great help on Taris, but why would they keep you with us? Don't they have to train you? A bond? What kind of bond? You mean to say that they told you that you were tied to Bastila in some way? I have trouble believing that. You're a neophyte Padawan who's been saddled with the responsibility of tracking down these star maps. Why? That's not normal. I am not trying to provoke you or to imply that you're somehow responsible for the Jedi Council, but give me a hand here. There has to be a reason. No, I didn't mean that you weren't wanted or that I want to go. It's just, damn it. Well, I'll tell you this much, I'm not going to wait around until I'm betrayed again. Nothing, not yet. Just better hope I don't get a reason to. Look, I didn't mean it that way. I want to get to Saul, not... No, forget it. It just seems that all I can do is insult you, isn't it? Just forget I said anything. Let's just get on with what we were doing.
How can I help? Yes, I did. I wanted to speak to you about our mission and what lies ahead for us. It seems fate, or the Force, is driving us into a confrontation with the Dark Lord. You must prepare yourself for when we face Malak. The confrontation will be difficult for you. I remember how hard it was when I first faced Revan. It's true that due to my battle meditation, I was with the Jedi strike team that boarded Revan's ship. We did not kill Revan, however. Our mission was to capture Revan if possible. It was Malak who turned on his own master, firing upon Revan's ship while we were still on board it. It was his desire to kill us and his master both. Thankfully, we narrowly escaped the vessel as it exploded. As I said, we were there to capture Revan alive. The Jedi do not believe in killing their prisoners. No one deserves execution, no matter what their crimes. Remember that Revan and Malak were once great Jedi, heroes in every sense of the word. They demonstrate the danger of the dark side to us all. I'm sorry, we really shouldn't speak of this anymore. The memory of my confrontation with Revan is painful. Let's return to the mission, please. How can I help? Yes, I suppose I can understand your curiosity, given the bond that connects us. Very well. I'll tell you a bit about myself. I was found to be strong with the Force at a young age, as most Padawans are. As a girl, I was given to the Order to be trained. When I joined the Order, I left my family on Talravan, as all Padawans do. My family is still there, the last that I heard. I've had little contact with them, as it is discouraged. Relationships with family members are fraught with powerful emotions. Such extremes are to be avoided. Anger and hate are the worst, but even love can lead to folly. The gift of the Force comes with a high cost. Sacrifice of one's emotional attachments is one of the prices a Jedi must be willing to pay. The alternative is to fall prey to the dark side. Emotional entanglements can be dangerous. They can impair rational thought. They can lead to outbursts of uncontrolled emotion. A Jedi must be above such things. It can be a hard lesson to learn. I was not on good terms with all of my family, but I do remember missing my father terribly for a long time. Very close. I was only a little girl when I left my family, but I still remember him fondly. He was kind and gentle and doted on me. My mother, however, was different. I was not on good terms with my mother. I was only a little girl when I left, but I was old enough to resent her and the way she treated my father. She pushed my father into treasure hunting. I spent all my young life on ships, traveling from one false lead to the next. She whittled away my father's entire fortune, and I hated her for it. I think she was relieved to give me to the Jedi, but my father was heartbroken. A child is too young to understand the sacrifices that must be made. It's better if they have no contact with their family once they're removed. Once I was older, I realized the wisdom of this policy. A Jedi must do what is needed, personal desires notwithstanding. Love can only obscure and confuse the matter.
І практично все. Що несуть джедаї.
Even a Jedi cannot always control the feelings of the heart. We must do our best to guard against it, no matter what the cost. But some sacrifices are harder than others. I do not wish to discuss this anymore. I would rather return to our mission. How can I help?
Yes, what's in... I don't really know much about this place. Sorry. You got it.
Це, кстати, жорстоко. Джедаї забирають дітей, хоч і не проти їх волі. Ну, не проти волі батьків. А дітей забирають зазвичай дуже маленькими. Щоб... Хоч... Я десь в одній енциклопедії по зоряних війнах читав, що джедаї забирають дітей в віці до 2 років, тому що вважали, що якщо вже 2 з плюсом, то вже в дитини є хоч якісь погляди на життя, і навчання пуста трата часу. Хорошо, провіримо. А оця пурга про емоції і прив'язаності, яку вона несла, ну я вже про це казав. Не має бути ніяких прив'язаностей, крім фанатичного служення секті мракобісів. Ретельно обшукаємо корабель. Він може безкінечно давати комп'ютерні шипи. А ну, може Бастіла з Карпом щось знають про...
Yes, what's it? You got it.
How can I help? Then I said... How may I be a... What is it you would like? Of course.
Поки що розвинути стосунки з Джоханні не можна. О, гранат. Ладно.
Yeah, what do you want? You want another war story, huh? You want to hear about some other world getting wasted, eh? I knew you were the type. Your stagnant republic has never seen some of the strange creatures and races we fought on the Outer Rim in those years. And you never will now. If a world isn't strong enough to defend itself, it's basically forfeit. But this story is about something a little different. We were going through the asteroid fields of the Crispin system at the very edge of the galaxy, playing with the pirates and smugglers we found there. The main belt in the Crispin system consists of mainly small rocks covered in frozen methane gas shells, and the pirates were using them for cover. Ha! I remember using a thermal generator to cause the outer layer of one of the asteroids to vaporize in a picosecond. It blew out and shredded the 3 smugglers using it for cover. But that was a mistake. The asteroid I had targeted was smaller than most, maybe a dozen meters on a side. On the outside, it looked the same as any other, just a ball covered in frozen gas. But something must have been inside it, something inactive in the cold. The heat of my blast might have triggered something or woken something up. After I'd hit it, spots of light and heat appeared all over the thin shell, still covering it, evaporating the gases. What lay underneath looked like some sort of rocky growth. A deformed rock, pitted by scores of micrometeorite scars. I think something even older might have been inside that. Maybe, but maybe not. It started rotating faster and faster as we watched it. After a second, it started spraying fire, thermal projectiles that melted our armor like wax. We were caught completely by surprise. Before we could counterattack, it fled at an incredible speed. We couldn't catch it, but we could follow its hyperspace wake. We followed its trail as far as we could, heading away from the galactic core. When it finally led beyond the edge of our galaxy, we abandoned our efforts. Anything that wants to commit suicide in that great void is not worth our trouble trying to catch. That's the only story I have for now. I'll tell you some more stuff later if we get the chance. Is there something else you want to know? Your
Емоційні прив'язаності опасні для джедаїв. Який же бред.
Hey there. Don't worry. I won't let the search for Griff get in the way of what we're doing. Let's just get back to the task at hand. Is there anything else I can help you with? Okay.
Так, знайдемо безбілетника. Ого. Опа.
Tipuna, bona na kichu. Salima wanga kunbikin. Mucho shakapaka.
Похожий на мандалорський. Ну, я би позвав Кандеруса.
Yeah, what are you? What? You think I don't... Yeah, what are you? I don't have as many strange stories like the last one I told you. But I do have a couple about me and the stuff I've done. In one battle above the world of Althir, my unit managed to defeat a force of Althiri 10 times our own size. That battle gained me command of an entire subsect of my clan. For 5 days, they had managed to hold off our forces, keeping us to the outer rings of their world, preventing us from attacking it directly. My task was to assault one of their flanks with a false attack. The Althiri would be drawn out by the units I had sent in. Once they had surrounded those units, the bulk of my forces would attack from the rear and defeat them in detail. Things didn't go as I had planned. I saw an opening, a mistake they had made in the disposition of their forces, and took it. While fending off our main force, they had let their fleet split in two. The center of their entire fleet was left exposed. I turned my forces and assaulted the center of their fleet, decimating them. Their slow, ponderous ship could not turn to face us without being overwhelmed. The command vessels were destroyed in seconds. Their ranks were thrown into chaos. It was amusing to watch the surviving ships scatter and flee. Several even tried to dive through the plane of the rings to escape us. They were shredded by the rings, or crashed into rocks, or were destroyed by our forces as we pursued them. Warriors do not flee from a battle if they are losing. They fight to the end, as we did against your Jedi Revan. Another time, maybe, I'll tell you about how the war with the Republic went. For now, let's just get on with things. Is there something else you want to know?
Я подумав, що раз дівчинка говорить на... схожою на мандалорську мову, то може він... Ні, висадити дитину на найближчій планеті Кинувши на призволяще, вообще не варіант.
How may I be of assistance? What is it? How may I be? I do not know how to help you with that.
А ти що?
Yes, what's in... Sorry, can't...
How can I help? I am confident that you can deal with that on your own.
А що ж ви не хочете допомогти? От для повної картини ще місію спитаю.
Hey there. What? Oh, heck. I don't know.
Mucho shakapaka.
Да. Твілик згадував про дівчинку, яку звуть Саша.
Mucho shakapaka. Mucho shakapaka. Tonki ba non tontek. Tonki ba non tontek. Tong abuk shami nonok. Tonki. Tonki ba. Kipuna. Bonanak. Kipuna. Bonanak kichu. Kipuna. Bonanak kichu. Selima wanga kunbikin. Dong abu. Mucho shakapaka. Dong abuk shami no. Dong abuk shami no nok. Dong abuk sham. Dong ki ban. Selima wanga. Mucho shakapaka. Mucho shakapaka. Dong abuk sham. Mucho shak. Selima wanga. Kipuna. Kipuna. Bonanak kichu. Tonki. Tonki ba. Dong abuk shami nonok. Selima wa. Tonki ba. Mucho shakapan. Selima wanga kun. Kipuna. Bonanak kichu. Kipuna. Tong. Kipuna. Bonan. Kipuna. Bonanak. Kipuna. Tong. Selima wanga kun. Tong. 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 Selima wanga kun bikin. Tong. Tonki. Selima wanga kun. Mucho shakapaka.
Підкачав досвід.
Yeah, what are you... What?
Параджет в помощь.
Your wish?
Sure.
Chua Penki, Yun Patisa, Di Chuba Jikotka na Ki Mulira Kun. Chua Penki, Yun Patisa. Chiwi Aita Ka Chong Chicha, Agi Inko, Jiska Dosoki, Kopa Bono Nakachu, Labora na win tong hitwama ag iinko tune. Tong hitwama ag iinko tune. Tong hitwama ji ag iinko. Chachis jiska dosoki kopa bono nakachu. Labora na winki smakto chiwi aita ka chongchi. Ichuta. Topa na otobokasa. Pampaki mulira achua penti yun pati chiwi aita ka chong chicha agi inko tune achua penti yun patisa kakinja nawa chiwi aita ka chong chicha agi inko tune tong hitwama agi inko tune Tong hi mamaji aki inkotung kachopa bogra shanko tachi diska dosoki kopa bono nakat achua penti yun patisa.
Ладно, ображати його не буду.
Tong hi dwama aki inkotune tong hi chiwi aita ka chong chicha agi inkotune chuna chiwa aita kan kicha na chupornipo kimu tong hitwama aki inkotune tong himu chiwi aita ka chong chicha agi inkotune chuna muri chiwa aita kan kicha na jiska dosoki kopa bono nakachu labora na winki smaktoma tong hitwama ag iinkotune achua penti yun tong hitwama ag iinkotune achua penti yun patisa jiska dosoki kopa bono nakachu labora na winki.
Да, в нього куча досить цінних предметів. Світловий меч мені не потрібен. Пока. Мілі створіння.
Ki muli. Tong ituama ji human act in ikatune. Chon muli ra tong ichuta. Yup. Kakin cha nawa chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Chiwa aita. Jiska dosoki kopa pono nakachu labora na tong hitwama aki inko tune potong hitwama ji aki chiwi aita ka chong chiwa aita kan kicha na jupornibo chiwi aita ka chong chicha kakinja na wabagao chiwa aita kan kicha Chiwi aita ka chong chicha agi baba Hasan sha tong hitwama aki inko tune potong baba Hasan sha Chiwi aita ka chiwa tong hitwama aki inko tune potong hitwama ji aki inko tune tong chiwa aita ka Ki muli Chi Tok chi Jiska dosoki kopa pono nakachu labora na winki snack toma kuyami jusku chitanai ujua penki topa na Tong hitwama aki inko tune potong hitwama ji Tong hitwama aki inko tune potong chiwi aita ka Tong hitwama aki inko tune
З часом в нього появляться нові предмети, так що бажано його регулярно відвідувати. Але так то не... Зря я мечурік продав. Поки походи з вібромечом. Більше тут ніяких квестів нема. Тільки деякі унікальні предмети будуть з'являтися на продаж. Вернувся на борт. Яструба, ну ми поняли, що це дівчинка Саша. З... Це та, яку шукають. Вернемося на Донтую. І повернемося додому. Кляті сітки нас знайшли. Після першого перельоту з певної планети вони будуть нас штурмити.
Incoming fire!
відео з польотами по гіперпростору і так далі ми вже бачили. Ну, ще раз поговоримо з Сашою.
Mucho shakapaga. Tong mucho shakapaga. Tong kiba. Tong Kipuna. Bonanaki. Mucho shakapaga. Selima wanga Kipuna Bona Tong Kiba Tong Ab Tong Abuk Tong Kiba non tontek.
Вона з Дантуїна.
Mucho shaka Selima Kipu Tong Kipuna Bonana Selima wanga kunbi Mucho shakapaga Tong abuk shami nonok Tong kiba Tong abuk shami nonok Mucho shaka
Ладно, тепер поговоримо з цим мужиком.
How can I help? I do. I've been watching you, studying you closely to see what kind of progress you've made since your training at the hands of Master Zahar. I've seen how you've resisted many temptations and continued to walk the path of the light side. Very commendable. But I'm afraid you might stray from this path. You need to see what the dark side represents in its entirety. For it is what we battle. Only the wisdom of a Jedi Master can truly explain this. But I will do my best to make you understand. The dark side is not simply giving in to anger, temptation, or to use the Force to destructive ends. These things only lead to the dark side. The dark side grows stronger and more insidious the closer you draw to it. It begs you to surrender to it, to release all its terrible power, and it becomes harder and harder to resist. And once you stop resisting, it's too late. It twists you up inside and turns you into a mockery of everything you once stood for. We need only to look at the atrocities which have been committed by those under its sway to understand the terrible, corrupting evil of the dark side. Millions dead, and far more suffering. What sort of person would you have to become to perform such deeds gladly? One who serves the light does not strike down an innocent. We take arms against the dark side and the injustice that follows it only. It's so easy to think that we would never fall prey to such a horror, that we have unlimited control, vigilance, and foresight. If only that were true. The Sith have become powerful because there are many Jedi who've succumbed to the lure of the dark side and joined their cause. What greater weapon is there than to turn an enemy to your cause, to use their own knowledge against them? We are weakened while they are strengthened, so we must harden our hearts and do whatever is required to fight against the dark side, even when the battle becomes wearying. I don't know. The vision of our future is clouded by shadows cast from the dark side. But I sense something ominous lurking in those shadows. But words alone cannot save one from the dark side. Come, we should continue with the task at hand. When the time comes, I only hope we are all strong enough to do what we must.
Який же бред оця пурга про темну сторону. Типа, вб'єш кого-то в гніві і перетворишся на маньяка. Да, як я вже казав, Джорджу Лукасу, похоже, було незнайоме поняття антигероя.
Ікукуно ноба муліраті-кун. Тонгі. Чи гратулода. Качіку. Джедобадуана нідібобо. Тонг набун. Ронда діхо тонга кун ханкаби. Ачута. Вонга кун бістул. Ronda dijo tonga kun hankabi. Wana kun be.
Mucho shakapan.
Tolpa da pongwale katuna gum.
Kipuna. Bonanak.
Takum justa.
Dong abuk shami nonok. Dong ki ba non silima wanga kun bikin.
Tong haitwam chichi jum lumpa. Nitapo etikito. Dot.
Все, місію виконали. Що ж. Як насищено.
How can I help? Why? I could not accomplish this on my own. I need the aid of others, especially one who is strong in the Force. The bond between us made you a natural choice. Besides, the events on Taris prove that the Force wanted to bring us together for this mission, and there is little left to chance when the Force is involved. Is that not enough for you? I admit, there were times that I wondered if this is more than just a mission to stop Malak. There were times when I wondered if this was also a way for the Council to test my own abilities. I wondered if the Council wanted to see how I would help and guide you on our quest. I wondered if they were testing me to see if I was ready to become a Jedi Master myself. And then I realized how foolish such thoughts were. As the Council explained, sending a Master in our group would only have drawn unwanted attention from the Sith. The fate of the galaxy is at stake. The Council would not risk it merely to test me. They calculated the risks, and in the end chose the only option available. You must learn to trust in the wisdom of the Council. Your destiny will come when its appointed time. You mustn't be so impatient. Come on, come. Let's move on. There's much to be
Я з
done.
нею не согласен. І джедаям не довіряю. Ну це був самий м'якший варіант відповіді з можливих. Ну що ж, а на цьому поки що завершимо. В наступному відео відправлюсь на Татуїн. Дякую за увагу. Пока!